Hello everyone, welcome to my 2026 WWE Royal Rumble prediction video. Let's get the sponsor out of the way first. Today's video is brought to you in part by Proton VPN. Now, we talk about how it is very expensive to be a WWE fan. If you cut the cord, you have to not only pay for Monday Night Raw on Netflix, but you also have to find a way to watch NXT, CW on Tuesday nights. You have to find a way to watch SmackDown on Friday nights on USA Network. But what if I told you there was a way that it would be possible to watch the main three big shows along with this afternoon's Royal Rumble on Netflix? And that is today's sponsor, Proton VPN. For only $9.99 a month, you can secure 10 devices at a time, high VPN speeds, 15,000 servers in 120 countries, block ads, trackers, and malware, access priority support and live chat. And again, also, as you're watching this video, please take advantage as you can watch the Royal Rumble without the ESPN streaming service by just paying for your Netflix and then paying for Proton VPN. So what are you losing? Consider it. There's right now a 2-year plan. The Plus plan is for $71.76 right now for the 2-year plan. Again, $9.99 a month. Cheapest VPN out in the market. Visit protonvpn.com. Now, I am recording this video, believe it or not, as I just used my Proton VPN. I was watching SmackDown before it aired on tape delay on USA Network. They're finally going to go back to the continental U.S. Next week in Charlotte, North Carolina. So finally, it's about time, you know. So, that being all said, 2 p.m. is the start time in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. So you should be seeing this video 8 a.m. the day of the premium live event here on Andy's Randomness. So without further ado, let's get into my predictions. So I figured we're going to start off with, you know, the non-Rumble matches first. So let's get into AJ Styles versus Gunther. So the stipulation is AJ Styles, if he loses, he must retire from in-ring competition. And I'm sorry to say this to Gunther, but there's too much for AJ to lose. You know, AJ deserves a proper farewell year. I get why AJ did this, given we're, what, almost 2 months past John Cena's final match in Washington, D.C. back in December. I get it. You know, Gunther's been acting all pompous and jerky lately. So, at the end of the day, I do like AJ to win the match. If he loses, I will be very shocked. So, I'm going to go with AJ Styles. He'll live to fight another day. And hopefully, this wonderful farewell tour that he'll have, we'll see what happens. We'll see. Okay, this is an easy one to predict. Drew McIntyre taking on Sami Zayn for the WWE Championship. I get why they have this match, given Sami Zayn won the Fatal 4-Way last week in Montreal. That was a very interesting way of looking at it when you had Damian Priest, you had Trick Williams and Randy Orton in the Fatal 4-Way at main event last Saturday. But I know this is very touchy to Sami. Sami is Muslim. He cares a lot about winning for the fans in Saudi Arabia. But at the end of the day, they just put the WWE title on Drew McIntyre. Are they really going to give a few-week reign to Drew McIntyre? It'll be very difficult. So, Drew McIntyre will win. He will retain the WWE Championship. So, that being all said, we're going to get right into the Royal Rumble matches themselves. So, it's 30 men, 30 women each. Let's get into the women. And as of now, let's confirm the women that are in the match. We have Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez, Raquel Rodriguez, Bayley, Asuka, Lyra Valkyria, Kairi Sane, and just announced on SmackDown, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. So now, as far as who I think will win and actually return, I'm going to go with somebody that I think makes a lot of sense here, and she is technically owed a rematch in theory, and that is Tiffany Stratton. And why am I going with Tiffany Stratton? Well, if you've been keeping an eye on the promos for WrestleMania in Vegas, they keep putting her, and they keep putting Jade Cargill in the promos. And I'm thinking to myself, it's obvious. They're giving it away. They want Tiffany to come back. They want her to win the Royal Rumble match and then face Jade at WrestleMania. I think that makes a lot of sense. I know there's a lot of veteran women right now that are here, like I'd mentioned. But, look, at the end of the day, I just see Tiffany winning. I think she will come back. And she will go face Jade Cargill at WrestleMania. Right now, I have not been impressed with Jade's title reign. I get why they made her turn heel. It made sense to do it. You know, they figured they would give Tiffany Stratton a break. But now that we're heading into WrestleMania season, given that they have filmed the promos with Tiffany Stratton, I do think this is the right time for Tiffany to come back. She will win the Royal Rumble, and she'll go on to face Jade in Las Vegas. Now, on to the men's side of things. Let's go into the confirmed participants that I have. It's a very thorough list, so I'm just going to organize it by division. So, obviously, we know Braun Breaker, Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and Bronson Reed will be in this match. Still to be determined if Rey Mysterio... If you didn't see the other night on Raw, Rey Mysterio might have suffered an injury against Austin Theory on Netflix the other night. So, there's a rumor the reason why Finn Balor did what he did on Raw this past Monday, interfering with the World Heavyweight Championship match between CM Punk and AJ Styles. Oh, it's full. It's full. Well, Rey Mysterio might not be competing. We don't know that yet. That's still up in the air. So Rey Mysterio is listed for now. This could change by the time this video gets uploaded, but I'm just going to say maybe Finn Balor is in the Royal Rumble match. Who knows? So, as far as everybody else who has been confirmed, you have Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Gunter. You have Big Dad, Dragon Lee, Jey Uso, Solo Sikoa. You have Javon Evans, Obafemi, Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, and just announced on SmackDown, Trick Williams. And I believe Damian Priest also announced that he's going to be in the Rumble match as well. So it wouldn't surprise me. Now, is Chris Jericho going to make a return like everybody is assuming? Triple H said there might be some surprises. Who knows? There's always a Royal Rumble surprise that you don't expect. Because I thought they would have saved Brock Lesnar for like a surprise or something. But the reason why we know about Brock Lesnar coming back is he announced on the Pat McAfee show back on, I think it was Wednesday? So I know I saw something about it when I was at work on Wednesday. I saw like, oh, Brock's in the Rumble? Like, okay. Thought they were going to save it for Saturday. I guess not. Well, today, yeah. As far as Roman Reigns' announcement, and I thought they were going to save it as a surprise too. They had like this big promo on Monday Night Raw, and Roman, they had this whole completion package, and I'm like, all right, we're going to do this. Whatever. So, yeah. I don't know. I think they're pushing Roman Reigns again. I think that's where we're going with this. If I'm wrong here, maybe I'm the dummy. Maybe I'm the fool. I don't know. But I just seen Roman Reigns getting this big push where they want him and what? Drew McIntyre or Cody Rhodes to face each other in Vegas. I think that's where we're heading to. I could be wrong here. Again, I'm not. Again, we're the dummies. We're the fools because we want Roman Reigns to come back and win the Royal Rumble. Arr! But just for discussion's sake, I will go with Roman Reigns. Now, before I wrap this up, I'm going to go look up possible... I want to Google this right now before we... possible Royal Rumble returns 2026. I figured the next time I'm going to do a possible way of, predictions, that's not going to be till the end of February. All right. There's also a rumor going around that LA Knight could be coming back. I could see LA Knight coming back. Everybody's saying LA Knight could come back and maybe win the Rumble. He might. You never know. That would be a hell of a match if he faces CM Punk. That would be awesome. I would love to see that, Dominic Mysterio, yeah, I could see Dominic coming back. I'm just on Wrestle Talk. Chad Gable, maybe. Who knows? There's a possibility. People are saying in the women's match Paige could come back. Maybe Paige does come back. Who knows? Yeah, here's LA Knight. See, LA Knight makes a lot of sense. Here's somebody else that could make a lot of sense in the women's match. How about Bianca Belair? That would be a good return. Especially seeing her hair whip around. And then here's Chris Jericho. Because I'm just on Wrestle Talk right now. And their predictions at the moment. Now, there was a rumor that Seth Rollins might be coming back. And I want to be very clear on this, okay? If they are bringing back Seth Rollins, can I make another spoiler that I think he should win if he does? Because there's Seth Rollins was not medically cleared. Listen, it's WWE. Anything can happen. Hey, maybe Big E Langston comes back. Who knows? I just thought of something. Why aren't Big Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods announced? And what about that other guy? Because again, I don't pay attention to the New Day as much. A-Town Down Under, right? Because I know it was Austin Theory. A-Town Down Under, WWE. Who's the other guy with Austin? Grayson Waller. See, that's the other guy I was thinking of. How come he's not announced in the Rumble? I thought those three guys would have been announced by now. So that would have made a lot more sense on Monday Night Raw the other night to have them announced as participants, not spoil the surprises. Really? Triple H, what are we doing? Because again, we're the dummies, we're the fools. We buy into the product. Okay. Alright, so, I think we're gonna, wrap this up unless... Hang on, there's a Dave Meltzer thing. Let's get into that. Right. Triple A surprises. Mr. Iguana could make a surprise. That wouldn't surprise me. Oh, you know who else I think could make a surprise in the men's match? How about Joe Henry? Yeah, I could see Joe Henry making an appearance. See, he wasn't it last year. That was awesome seeing Joe Henry in the Rumble last year. Yeah, Joe Henry could be in it. I could see that other guy. There was a 21-year-old that just competed recently against all the Femi. I forget his name at the moment. Because, my wrestling memory is not the best sometimes. But he could make an appearance. The British guy. I forget his name. Somebody could tell me. I could see that happening. In the women's match, here's something stupid. How come Chelsea Green hasn't announced? Here's something else stupid. Her husband, Matt Cardona, why hasn't he announced he's participating? Maybe they just want to surprise us because, again, we're the dummies, we're the fools. So, I've gone on too long enough. I think 15 minutes is enough for this video. So, 2 p.m. Eastern will be on the ESPN streaming app and international. Again, using my VPN sponsor, you could feel free to use it, protonvpn.com. If you do have access to ESPN, the coverage on the app will begin at noon. It will then lead into the show at 2 o'clock because, again, I have DirecTV. And as of this video, Comcast and YouTube TV have not authorized it yet. I would hope they would by WrestleMania. I still will keep promoting the VPN. So keep that in mind. So thank you for watching. Again, 2 p.m. Eastern will be the Royal Rumble live from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. So enjoy it. Thank you all for watching. And until the next one, please take care.